hive cluster is under attack.
For the swarm.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, gonna be Flash versus Hero here on Destination. Haven't cast a game between these two players since like 2018, which feels like a long time. It's been 4 years, almost 5. Top side, we're gonna have Flash. He is our yellow Terran, and on the bottom side, we have a red Zerg. It is Hero. All right, man. So 2 incredible players here for you today on Destination. Yes, it's an older replay. It's 1.16. I got a mix of older replays and newer replays on the channel here, and this is going to be a Patreon cast. For those of you who support me at patreon.com/FalconPaladin for at least $1 a month, you get to see this a month before anybody else. It is a Flash replay a month before it shows up on the YouTube. Holy smokes. So if you're watching this the week of December the 15th or so, thank you so much for supporting me out there for at least $1 a month. And if you're watching this the month of January in 2023, hello to the future. And, oh, Esports Association says Flash. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I'm here 5 times a week, 6 times a week with StarCraft Brood War content, if you can include the Sunday stream, which is usually a ton of fun. All right, man, wow. So Hero's got about 400 APM here. Flash is at 70? I don't know that I've seen a couple of games where Flash isn't constantly spamming in the early stages of the match. So I am confident that we're going to see this go up to around 200, 300, 400 when there's more stuff to do. He has been chatting a lot here, but I guess Hero has as well, and he's still spamming 400 APM. So I'm curious to see if this has any bearing on the game or not. If Flash is just as terrifying as he always is, even if he's not spamming that high, crazy APM, right? Got this replay off of Team Liquid, off of their forums. If you just kind of search replay pack on the Team Liquid forums, you'll find some stuff. Find a lot of stuff out there. This is part of a ginormous, like 6,000 replay pack with players from all over the world and all different skill levels and different time frames and different maps. And it's a really good one to, it's a good pack to go back to. See, there we go. Already back up to 240 now for Flash, as there's stuff to do. Right? He's microing against this drone. He's scouting. He's building stuff. He's producing units. Overlord positions here for Terry, the Overlord. What's up, Terry? That's right, Terry. You keep moving. Say hello to that Scantid for me. I can't speak Scantid, but you can. Because you... God, what's a lore reason an Overlord could speak to a Scantid? Maybe Scantids are loosely related... loosely related to, I don't know, man, to the Zergs. Anyway, macro hatch coming up here, which could be an indication of a pretty heavy Mutalisk opening here off of 2 bases from Hero. Having that extra set of larvae available when your Spire pops means you can make 9 Mutas instead of just the 6. Just the puny 6 you can get with 2 hatcheries that are alive when your Spire finishes. So we'll see. We'll have to see what's up here. Oops, saying hello to a Rhinodon. Actually, this is Terry, right? This is Terry, because he's further along than this guy is, distance-wise, from the main. So this is Terry. The other guy is not Terry. He's an imposter. What's up, Terry? How are things at home? Hope you are enjoying the holiday season, or have enjoyed the holiday season, whatever Zerg players celebrate. Anyway, second base coming in from Flash. Here we go, 280, 300 APM. We've seen that spike up there. He is opening Factory. This is a good map for mech. We've seen it, man. We've seen it more than once. Players like Flash and Light and, I mean, Last and other incredible Terran pros. This is a map you can just kind of set up tanks across the middle. Like, it's not a tiny area to set up on, but, like, you can just sort of do it and then say, come deal with it. Come break this Zerg player. And the Zerg player's like, I don't know, man. Oh, is he gonna mine? He's gonna mine through this back mineral field and go in there with a vulture. Sick play. Ooh, got a Ling inside here. Hero did too. Loving that. So he sees, okay, that's a factory. That's an armory. Neat stuff. This is not envisioned for Hero. You can see this. Oh man, a vulture inside the main base. He wants to make as few units as possible. Look at him walling off here too. He's got a Hydralisk den. This could be like a lurker push, which is pretty strong on this map. You set up lurkers on these 2 bridges and bad things happen to the Terran. But he sees it now. How do you stop it? How do you stop it? What do you have? He's making Hydras. Okay. So there's 4 hiders on the way. Hero's going to be able to shut this down. No problemo. Yeah, I mean, this isn't like a normal... This is stacked mineral fields? I don't know. How long does it take to get through here? Oh, that long. All right. Well, Hero, he saw it in time. He's going to shut it down. Yeah, that was just a question of, I'm sneaky. Will the Zerg see this happening in time? And he did. So Hero saw it. All right. Well, it's annoying and frustrating, but I think everything's going to be A-okay. Second factory on the way. And what's nice about some of these older replays is mech's a lot more in fashion in 2008, 2009, 2010. So these games where I've got a Terran involved against the Zerg, you're going to see more tanks than ones from 2020, 21, 22, where mecha's kind of fallen out of favor for the SK Terran stuff, which is, you know what that is. A bunch of Marines, medics, firebats, science vessels. Flash makes it look good, so everyone wants to do it, and it is pretty good. If it's, you know, you can keep your science vessels alive. That seems to be the key, right? So Zerg player's goal is to kill the science vessels. Terran player's goal is to kill the science vessels. So there's no Spire, but we're just going for a lot of Hydras with the Lurker aspect. And, ooh, faster Overlord movement. I thought that was drops for a minute, and I was like, a Hydra drop. That would be pretty neat stuff. Charon boosters. I mean, is there anything Flash is doing here that we're surprised by? No. He's like, Goliaths are going to be good against Hydras and against Lurkers to a certain extent. And Mutas if they show up, which he doesn't know. I don't think he's... Have we heard a scan yet? No, because he doesn't have a comsat station. Which, ooh, that makes Lurkers a little bit better, doesn't it? Lurkers show up here, and there's no comsat. You're going to have a bad time. Is there even... There is an engineering base. So, emergency... Is this drops? No. Emergency missile turret building is a possibility here. Third base coming up left side from Hero. It is an awkward map for third bases for Zergs. We don't have a lot of wins for Zergs on this map unless they're just tons better than their Terran opponent is. Spider Mine, First Blood. Actually, that's not First Blood. First Blood was that Vulture. And then this Vulture is also blood. So we've got a lot of blood here so far. Hydra's just kind of roaming around from here, trying to see what's up. Both players APMs. There we go. A lot closer at this point in the game. So yeah, Flash just not spamming early, but playing fast, man. So that's what the Overlord speed is for, is picking out Spider Mines. And that's where the Overlord dies. Oh! Picked off long distance. Sniped. Sniped from a mile and a half away. There's a Spire coming in now from Hero. So that's a decision based on the mech that he's seeing here. He's like, you know, if I get enough Mutas and Hydra Lurker support, I can, and Lings too, I can deal with those Goliaths and everything else dies. Is there still not Vulture speed? This is a slow Vulture, right? Yeah. Interesting we don't have that upgrade yet. Am I just bugging? No, they're not going fast enough to have the speed upgrade. Come on. Don't question yourself, Falcon. You got this. Science facility coming in. Second armory. Again, we're just going to see science vessels here. You just need them against Zerg. They can affect literally everything. You know how good they are. Flash knows how good they are. Hero's taking a right side base for a fourth at this stage of the game. And yeah, we're just kind of chilling. So if you want to support me and hate Patreon, which a lot of people do, I know, you can support me here at YouTube directly by clicking the join button down below, becoming a member of the Falcon Paladin channel for as little as a couple bucks a month. If you want to support me on a non-recurring basis, the thanks button does the same thing except non-recurring. One-time thank you. And you can also use PayPal if you want to support me on a one-time thing that's not recurring. Just PayPal address is falconpaladin@gmail.com. Some people just like throwing me a couple bucks out there and forgetting about it, and that's cool. I appreciate those people a lot. So, Mutalisks on the wind here. Not really on the wind, more kind of taking missile turret hits and getting bruised up quite nicely. Down to 6, and they're just flying out. Missile turret count is maybe overkill, but I don't know. Who am I to tell Flash how much static defense he needs to stay alive? Okay, so yeah, these vultures zippity-zopping do not kill the Scantid. Does not kill the Scantid, but tries to get in here to this fourth base. Oh, drone's dying. This is great. This is how you use vultures, man. Oh, now they have speed, right? These are zippier. Was I not? I don't know. I'm going crazy. Don't worry about me. I have a problem with speeds in StarCraft sometimes. Spider Mine's connecting. Beautiful stuff there. Again, Mutas against Spider Mine's very good. Mutas against Vultures, pretty good too, but, you know, getting there first is a bit difficult as more drones die at this 4th base. Killing Vultures is a good thing to do because, you know, 87 Vultures is much better than, like, 4 Vultures. You can replace them, but yeah, keeping the count low is kind of like keeping the tank count low. It's useful. There will always be tanks. There will always be Vultures, but keeping the numbers not as crazy high is going to be a good thing too. So, all right. Looking good. Looking good on Demek here. No complaints. Siege mode's on the way, considering maybe a 3rd base over here, which its Overlord is scouting. This Overlord is scouting this. Flash sensor scans the natural. Sees nothing he didn't already know. It's an interesting use of scan there, but Irradiate getting research too. Upgrades, upgrades, upgrades across the board for everyone here. And more mutas from Hero. So he's trying to do this muta thing, which can't say I blame him, but Irradiate's going to come out soon, and that makes it a lot harder to do. We'll see. I don't know. I feel like mutas have done fine in this situation before, and other times they've just been completely destroyed. So, mutas, they have upgrades. They got +1 Carapace, which is nice. It's a stack of 11 here. My goodness. That's a dead turret. If ever I done near seen one. That's a 3 volley it down. Okay. SCVs fleeing from the natural base into the main base, getting chased. Getting chased here. That's a dead Goliath, but he's buying time for these poor SCVs, which, you know, that was about 5 or 6 of them what went down. It's 41 to 50 workers here in favor of Flash, so he's doing better on the economy, but he lost a lot of mining time there at his natural base. But he's setting up, right? This is where you set up tanks covering left side to right side, so you can expand here, and you can expand here, and it's really hard for the Zerg player to really affect anything you've got. And once you're on a 4-base setup, the Zerg player, sure, they can have 4 bases, maybe even 5 bases of their own. Maybe even let them have the 6th, and it's hard for them to break it. So Muta's back in. This is, yeah, I mean, this is what I like to refer to as a lot of Mutalisks on the strat. Ooh, Scourge took down a science vessel. Heard that more than I saw it. I didn't see it at all, actually. Irradiate time is here. There it is. Got it. And the split off is good. That's pretty amazing, actually. Science Vessel does go down to those mutas, too. Yeah, mutas are just like, you do half damage to us. Goliaths, do your best. Do your worst to us. Muta's going after upgrades. Oh, that's a dead armory. Okay. And that's another dead armory. I think those upgrades, did they get canceled? I think there were upgrades running, but Flash is like, fine, I'll cancel them. You win, all the Mutalisks in the entire world. Pew, 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 pew. All right. Muta's getting some work done there. Not going to complain about that. Replacing the armories, getting another base. Flash says something in rectangle language, which is Korean, which my client does not render properly most of the time. Hero gives us a 2-dot response, which can only guess what that means in this scenario. 154 to 109 total supply here. Thing is, the tank count has remained pretty much the same. So I don't know. I feel like there's a timer on this, right? Mutas are great. Right up until the point there's a ton of missile turrets, and the Goliaths have major upgrades. All right, here we go. We are jumping into the middle of a Hornet's nest here. Irradiate is tossed down. Hydra's trying to get on top of this stuff, too. Irradiates are happening. The Mutas are going after tanks this time, and maybe hoping the Hydras can clean up the rest, but I don't think there's enough for that to happen. The Mutas are getting absolutely brutalized right now. The Hydra's not quite enough to get through here. Still 2 tanks on the back line. Spider Mines you have to worry about. The Mutas are out. The Hydras are trying to clear this thing out by themselves, but the Siege Tank sitting back here with +2 attack, getting pot shots off. Gonna have a dude flash. Insane target firing there. Great irradiates. Hero definitely overstayed his welcome. So not the greatest play for him there. But Hydra's coming up the right side to mess with Flash's attempt at a 3rd base over at this right side position. The Hydras are fighting against Goliaths here. Spider Mines getting some decent connections. Using Spider Mines like you would against a Dragoon here. Same principle applies to Hydras. Try to get it close to the Hydra so when it burrows, it immediately pops and kills it. The Hydras are like, well, we can come back here, turn into lurkers, set up in this little nook, and mess with this base next. That's something that we're probably going to see Hero attempt, but Flash is aware of that possibility. He's going to come back here and make sure these Hydras, or was going to go back there and make sure these Hydras don't cause any problems. So yeah, Flash, 48 workers to 42 drones. We're just going to Muta here, man. Muta Hydra, which isn't exactly Man-Zerg, but it's got to be a cousin of it. Irradiate! No! Not splitting off the irradiated Mutalist defensive matrix. Oh, okay. All right, so all the Mutas are dead. That's kind of the backbone of what we're trying to do here, hero. Oh, those splits were not good. And Flash is just up 100 to 76 supply. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, so yeah, there were some attempts to win there from Hero. It did not happen for him. Ooh, free SCV though, not bad. Dude, I'm serious. Remember how these Hydras have been sitting back here for like a minute and a half, Flash? Sort of. Like, well, these vultures will take care of them. No, they will not. They're already injured, friends. They're gonna die immediately upon engaging with these Hydras, and one of them did, and that one did too. Okay, Goliath, again, the damage output of a stimmed Marine. Pretty good. Pretty good damage output there, especially if they got the +2 attack with +3 on the way. So yeah, back left to base getting taken here by Hero. It's usually a safe base here on Destination. We see it taken, well, about the same time by both players, actually. Some players like to leave it until super late game when they need it. Some people like to take it early and use that mineral influx to get more of an advantage into the mid game. It's a gamble. Either way you want to do it. Titan Reactor coming in. There's just more Mutas, man. These Mutas have the +1 Carapace. Working on +2 Flyer Carapace, which again helps them against the missile turret hits and against the Goliath hits. Doesn't do anything for them for Irradiate. Irradiate doesn't care how much armor you have. It's going to do the amount of damage that it does. No question. Mutas always love picking on vultures. The irradiates are here. That's 2. Dos irradiatos. Tres irradiatos. The splits. Okay. Oh, the remaining Mutas are very injured here. Oh boy. All right, man. So Flash is just being methodical, just being mechanized and methodical. And every Terran player watching this is like, yes, this is what I'm here for. And it's like, yeah, I get it, man. I get you're here for it. I believe. I'm with you on all this stuff. Mech is good. I just feel like the win rate in late game for Mech against Zerg is much higher than SK Terran is. Because, you know, Ultralisks come out and stuff. Ultras here, not great against Spider Mines or Siege Tanks or Irradiates. So, yeah, not really Ultra play. Finally getting some Defiler play out from Hero here. Yeah, so the Spider Mines haven't been getting incredible hits. The Mutas have been picking those off quite effectively. Metabolic Boost on the way. So a bunch of Lings being produced. They don't have any upgrades at all. Bad upgrades. 0-0, man. Hero is not keeping up on the upgrade front. This mech is already 3-1 with 3-2 finishing momentarily. Hero taking this left side base like I said he probably would try to do. Again, I don't think that Flash cares. He's going to take this. It's going to be hard for you to shut it down, and at that point, it's basically a 5-basing Terran mech. And a fairly narrow map. That's just a bad combination for Zergs. There's an 11 Mutas, and they're just trying to harass what they can. Die! Yeah, so Mutas are dying. They're trying to get some damage done here. Not exactly working out for them as much as they would like in that situation. Nothing incredible anyway. And yeah, this is we've seen this playbook. Flash is going to set this base up, going to get some turrets and some Goliaths in here and throw down a command center in this location, and then maybe just wait for the Zerg player to try to kill him and fail miserably and lose without him really having to cross the center line of this map. Right? So, this is not a bad idea, except that there's a bunch of tanks here, so all of a sudden it's a bad idea. Evacuation of the third base is a big deal. Yeah, all these lings are getting murdered by the vultures, and a couple SCVs died in this location, and it is now 46 to 54 workers, so Hero has the advantage there, which is nice. He's got a lurker at this top right base, which is very good. Snuck it in here. He's got 6 kills. I'll just straight up get irradiated, and he is. That's a good way to clear it out without having to worry about anybody else showing up that way. So that remains this base. This base is the only one left that has not been taken yet. Officially, this left side base, the Zerg has that one, and the right side, 3 o'clock, is open. 165 to 150 supply. Flash has a lead, which means his army's bigger because his worker count is lower. So his army's even bigger than it would indicate at this point in time. And again, the upgrades. 3-2, man. Nothing's close to that upgrades. Ooh, it's a drop. You know how Falcon feels about drops. He likes them. He likes a good drop. These lings are like, we have Adrenal, we can fight. Not really against vultures, guys. And okay, so he's forcing a liftoff on this 5th base. I like it. And then just dropping inside the main. Here goes nothing. A lurker immediately irradiated, but you can't irradiate every one of these lings, can you? No. Oh, these lurkers are kind of panicked. Oh, that is a lot of irradiate, though. Scourge. Okay, taking down a science vessel. Getting a hit off on another one, but not killing it. Adrenalings are here to make sure your upgrade dreams never become a reality. Science facility goes down. That's a big deal. That's a dead armory, and that's a dead +3 mech armor here. Okay. All right. It wasn't like a Doom drop either. It's not everything that Hero has. It was, you know, handful of lings. The lurkers dying were the most expensive part of that thing. They didn't really get a lot done, but, you know, taking down the double armory again, going after upgrades, feels maybe a little bit late for that, because the only upgrade that really matters here for Flash is that +3 ground armor. Vehicle plating, I'm sorry. Yeah, he didn't kill this base either, and I like how there's... Is there still a Hydra in... That was a weird glitch. Look at these SCVs fighting against these Hydras and doing all right. And by that I mean dying terribly. It's +1, +2. There's another drop up the right side, which largely gets shut down pretty quickly. There's nothing in that Overlord. Yeah, look at these 2 Hydras, man. They're doing great for themselves. 6 kills on this guy, 2 on the other one. Hero getting some serious work done. If he runs into these spider mines, I'm gonna be sad. But yeah, he's effectively shut down this left side 5th base of Flashes for a good couple minutes and killed some SCVs too. Before, you know, +3 vultures came in and ruined their day. Replacement science facility on the way. Still working on upgrades here. Hero, another attack up the right side, right into missile turrets. Wait, right into supply depots. There are siege tanks behind this wall. Oh, there's not a wall anymore. Here we go. Lings jumping in. Spider mine count not really enough. Beautiful dark swarms here too in this engagement. But as we've seen for a while, you're not safe inside a dark swarm against siege tanks. You should be, but the splash damage does some weird stuff sometimes. And even if you're alone in here, splash damage can kill you. It doesn't make any sense to me and I hate it. But yeah, see? That's what we're talking about. So Flash just casually pulling back. Not letting this ruin his day. Another drop on this left side, though. Okay, this is getting scrappy all of a sudden. I like this drop quite a bit. Again, more SCVs losing mining time here. Flash only has 150 minerals in the bank. It's not like he can afford to lose that stuff. Hero says continue attacking in multiple places at once. So Flash's army is not all together. Oh, these lurkers could really use a dark swarm, though. So that's not really happening. Okay, great. So all the lurkers died. The lings tried... oh, wow. That was one of the more fail attacks I've seen from a Zerg player in a long time. That was, what, 6 or 7 lurkers and like 20 lings for... I think a couple tanks died there. Maybe a couple vultures, but not a lot of stuff, man. 7 kills. 15, 5, 8, 10, 12, 15, 20... Yeah, these tanks are doing work. It's what they do. And there we go. Here's the slow push now. Attacking this 9 o'clock base of heroes. This is what Terrans do. Tanks on the low ground, spotting with a building. Engineering bay works just fine. Killing that gas is huge because Hero needs that gas. He's going ultras, which is not the answer. I said that already like 10 minutes ago. Ultras are not the answer to this mech. Too many spider mines, too many tanks, too many upgrades. Too much irradiate happening here too, which we've seen to great effect, which again kind of flashes calling card. He makes irradiate better than really anyone else is capable of pulling off. Yeah, so this science vessel count isn't exactly Flash-esque. He's got 5 of them here, instead of like the 16 we'll see from time to time in games that he's in. Here we go. All right, again. Oh, rebuilding these supply depots was great. Oh, maybe they never... I don't know if they died or not. I was not paying attention, but Lings can slip through there anyway, so them coming through is not a big deal. Yeah, Nope, +3 siege tanks, friends. These are +3 siege tanks. I mean, the Lings rolling through here is great until they pop out of the Dark Swarm, then the Vultures eat them instantaneously. And they try to get what damage they can here. That tank doesn't actually die with 2 HP. Hydras maybe deal with the science vessels, and this is a lot easier, but no, it's still a bunch of siege tanks repositioning themselves up on this high ground. Ooh, science vessels get sniped and Hydras pull back. Smart. Very ingenious play there. So, 9 o'clock base dies. 3 o'clock base attempting to be taken here by Hero. Is that working for him? I don't know. Look at this guy. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, right round. No Dark Swarm support means this attack is ill-fated. Extraordinarily ill-fated. No! No, he's all dizzy. Oh. Spinning Hydra is spinning Hydra. 129 to 111. This is getting actually a little bit dicey for both players. Defensive Matrix is up. Hero trying to bust up this right side. Flash is floating some cash here, building more science vessels. Hero's around 1,000 minerals in his bank as well, but more vultures, more siege tanks, more science vessels. And then preemptively irradiating defilers before the attack even comes. Left side attack. Into Spider Mine City, though. Okay, so that didn't even kill any of these Spider Mines. That was really a terrible choice from Hero. So it was kind of like alternating good ideas here from Hero that are working well to bad, terrible ideas that go very poorly. It's interesting. I don't know. This is kind of how StarCraft is sometimes, especially back in the older days when players weren't as good as they are today. Another round of Lings? Sure. Maybe you'll kill it. No tanks died. Okay. And that's it. It's a GG. Hero taps out and Flash is your winner in 27 minutes. Hit that like button if you enjoyed that one, Terran players. This is what you want. This is Flash mech against a Zerg player and just making it look, I'm not going to say easy in this game. It got a little touch and go on this right side a couple times. This base is on fire for a reason. Also, this base was in trouble quite a bit, and the drops in the meter harass in the main base were pretty effective. I mean, killing both armories twice is no small feat. Did we ever see any ultras actually? Okay, I gotta find out. I gotta see if ultras actually took play in this whole thing, because again, they're not good in this situation. Production tab says anabolic synthesis happening, so we're gonna ×2 this. Yeah, we didn't see any ultras in any of these engagements. It was Ling's left side. It was Hydra, Ling, Lurker on the right side. Again, anabolic synthesis, yes, fine. But I don't think Hero actually made any ultras. Yeah, I mean, losing this gas is a problem. This base, you can't keep it alive if you can't control this part of the map. So that's why he's focusing so hard over here, because if he controls this part of the map, then he can have this one, and maybe there's a chance for him, because he's already lost this side of it, right? But no Ultralisks today. Ultralisk Cavern was produced. They were given anabolic synthesis. Chitinous plating got started. Yeah, that tank firing on this base, that's death. And I mean, this is just highly ineffectual. And then 2 Ultras start right at the end of the game, but they have nothing to do with anything. So, yeah, GG, man. Like I told you, we've seen this story before. It's an effective strategy that Zerg players are just like, We saw it. Mutas, Hydras, Lurkers, Zerglings, Desperation Ultras at the end went for drops. Had Scourge, used Dark Swarm quite a bit. None of it worked. None of it mattered because Flash had a pretty good spread on his tanks. He had missile turrets, he had spider mines, he had vultures, he had science vessels. And it's just hard to break through this no matter what you're bringing. No matter what you bring to this party, it's gonna be a tough time. Ah. That was amazing. Like, absolutely amazing. It is. I mean, I know Flash makes it look easy, but I don't think it is. Like, if you tried doing this against Hero especially, you would die. But, you know, lesser Terran players, maybe somebody like Lita gives this a shot against Hero. It doesn't look as good against somebody as good as Hero is, but Flash is just that dude. He's always been that dude, and even if his APM isn't, you know, 400 and 500 the entire game, you can still do it. Flash is not a crazy high APM strategy. SK Terran more so. Mech, not as much. Did I say Flash is not a high APM strategy? I meant Mech. Woo! Let's take a breather there. Alrighty then. 207,000 points from Flash, 198 from Hero. Outproducing the Terran by a 2-to-1 ratio, sure, but getting killed by a larger than a 2-to-1 ratio there. Yes, 36-4 buildings killed here by Hero. He did a good job really being on Flash's side of the map and trying to kill him and harass him to death, but no. And Hero even outspent Flash. I mean, that's the power of Mech here. He outspent Flash by almost 20,000 resources. And Flash was like, it's cool. My tanks will get 20 kills each, and it will even out in the end. And it did. Oh, man. So, yeah, that's Flash for your Patreon game of the week, and that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.